Hello, everyone. This is Nirja Singh from iNews with our Chic Chats. And I have a very special guest today. I'll quickly introduce you to her. This guest is Aminat Ali from a very special place called Maldives. And she is here to tell us about home based businesses, the untapped potential for women entrepreneurs. But first, let me just play this a little bit more for you. Okay, there you have it on the screen. All the wonderful, wonderful ladies who've been with iNews, and we are constantly adding to them. The format that you see today, the template that you see today, is an experiment. We are still calling it an experiment because we changed over from a huddle we used to have with all the women speakers getting together and to listen to one woman speaker presenting a mastermind. From there, we decided to try this conversation, this chic chat. And as part of that series, what we are doing today is the third in the sequence. And I had begun to tell you a little bit about Aminat Ali. This conversation that you're going to hear today and watch today is about home based businesses, the untapped potential for women entrepreneurs. And let me quickly share the synopsis with you before I invite the speaker onto the screen. Now, you know that home based businesses, they really are a game changer for women entrepreneurs. They offer flexibility, empowerment, and a pathway for financial independence. And our guest speaker today is a force to reckon with in this area. And in her conversation with me, you will see us exploring how this skill that she offers can tap into the potential of home based entrepreneurship, helping women transform their skills, their talents, and passions into thriving businesses. All this without leaving their homes. With that, I'm going to call upon Aminat Ali, and then we go on and hear from her what she has to say. Here you have on the screen Aminat Ali. Welcome to Chic Chats, the third in the series of this new template we are trying. Hello, Aminat. Welcome.
Hello, Nirja. Thank you so much for having me here, and it's such a pleasure to be here. And let's do this.
Absolutely, Aminat. Let me tell a little bit about you quickly to people who are watching this, listening to us. Now, Aminat Ali is a passionate leader in business and management. She has over a decade of senior managerial experience. And Aminat, you are the founder of Hali Ali Coaching and Consultancy Services. You are the co founder of two prominent organizations, the Southern Community Empowerment Association of Maldives, Scheme, and the Association for Women Empowerment, or AWE Maldives. And both these are dedicated to empowering women. You have led impactful training sessions for aspiring women entrepreneurs. And Aminat, you have also served as an ambassador for the We Do hashtag Choose Women initiative. Your extensive experience in entrepreneurship, leadership, and community development exemplifies your commitment to creating opportunities and driving meaningful change in Maldives. So that's the key phrase, driving meaningful change in the Maldives. I have lots and lots and lots to ask you, Aminat. But before we dive into some of those questions right away, is there anything that you'd like to say to me and to anybody watching this?
Yes. Um, I believe that I am someone who is really passionate about empowering women.
Mhm.
And of course, through our conversation, we are going to talk a little bit more about how I got into this, why I'm so passionate about this. But having this opportunity in itself, I believe, is also a step towards building on that, where we are sharing knowledge through this platform, and through that we are also asking others as well to join us as well, right? So I believe that a platform like this really could help. So I'm extremely excited to be here sharing this platform with you, Nirja.
Thank you, Aminat. And let me begin by asking you what inspired you to advocate for home based businesses. I remember you and I met in Maldives in Mali recently, and we talked a little bit about that. But here's an opportunity to tell us more about what fired you up to help people find a pathway to financial independence.
Yes. So first of all, let me tell you, like, since I remember, I knew that one thing I knew for sure was that I wanted to become a businesswoman. Even at the age of, I remember just at the age of 7 or 8, if someone asked me, I would say I want to become a businesswoman. I don't know how that thought came into my mind, but somehow I had this feeling I needed to do something. So I studied, of course, in that field itself. And then in 2017 actually was when my journey to empower women economically began, especially with the home-based women entrepreneurs, home-based businesses. In 2017, I started to work with an organization called Business Center Corporation, which is a government organization, corporation, which works with small and medium enterprises, where we provide support services and trainings to small businesses. During this time, when I was working there, I had the opportunity to interact one on one with a lot of women entrepreneurs, especially the home based businesses. So, this is where kind of it all began. And then I saw that this is actually the pathway where we could empowering them, bringing them into the light would be the pathway for us to actually help them as well. I saw the challenges, I saw firsthand the challenges that the women face, like in terms of accessing to traditional and employment because of the societal expectations, and also the caregiving responsibilities that we have, and also the limited opportunities that women have in small island communities. Like, we have island communities where we have just about 500 people, so it becomes really difficult to find opportunities in these small communities. So one of the key inspirations that came for me was when I was working really closely with these women, through some of my own initiatives as well. I saw how a small business run from home could actually transform lives. Women who previously have struggled with financial dependence, they were able to generate income. With that, they gained confidence. They were able to contribute to their households as well as to their communities. So I thought, okay, this is really interesting to see this. And then I began to research more about it. Then I began to learn more about it. And I believe that someone needs to do something more for these women. And who else, right? Why should we ask when we have the knowledge, when we have that passion, when we have that power? Why should we ask someone else to come and do that? Why not take that lead, right? So that is how my whole journey with these women entrepreneurs began.
But I mean, at one question, why was business so important to you? Was it the value of money, or did you see how crucial it was for women to earn their own money? Why were you so attracted to the idea of business in the first place?
Yeah. So sharing something a bit more personal to me from my own personal experience. For one thing, I saw that as we were growing up, so we are eight siblings who grew up together. And of course, our dad was a fisherman. And we are also proud of that. But at a lot of times, he would go out fishing, and then our mom would be the one person who would always be there to take care of us. And even if my mom and our mom and dad, they are struggling with money, they wouldn't tell us, right?
Yeah.
So we saw, like, even as kids, like, mom, she would make these shorties, she would sell them, she would do some other things, maybe make some crafts or something, and she would sell them. She would help out the maybe the neighbors, she would earn some money. So she was doing all that. And that was actually one of the things, when I reflected back on, I realized, okay, why she was doing that.
Mm.
Through that, she was actually teaching us as well the
Yes.
importance of being independent as well. And from my own experience, so one thing that happened when I saw my mom doing all this was, I thought, okay, if she is doing it, why not me? Maybe I can also help. Maybe I can also contribute to the household. So at the age of 13 or 14 years, I started to earn my own money. And from then, I don't think of course, I have asked for help from time to time from my brothers, from my dad, or from my mom even. But I was always financially independent from them. The power that being financially independent gives you is something incredible. You gain that confidence, and you know you have the power within you. So
Wow.
it's for that reason I believe, if we are to empower anyone, not just women, anyone, financial independence is the key. And business is the stepping stone towards achieving that financial independence.
Absolutely, absolutely. So true, so true. And it's beautiful how you have gone to the heart of it. You know that it's easier for women if they are able to conduct their businesses from home, and that's the space that you are targeting. That's the space you're working in, Aminath. And I want to share with you that there is a state in India called Gujarat. Gujarat, every second woman you meet is an entrepreneur. She is doing something. It could be making snacks, selling some small articles, some craft, but every woman, most women there conduct businesses, run businesses, and I've always admired that. I spent some time in Gujarat, and I really used to admire that about that community. So what you're doing is something really, really, really powerful, and what you just said is so true. That financial independence is at the root of it all. So
Yes.
you would have seen some successful examples. Would you like to share of women turning their skills into home-based thriving businesses?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Just can I
Yes,
just get a minute to close the
yes,
door, because I think some background noise is coming. Right? Just give me a
yes.
minute.
Every woman needs her own money. Absolutely right, Chantal.
Sorry about that.
No,
Yeah. So
yeah,
some examples. I'll just share two examples that I have seen really up close. One is about skincare business. So in 2020, actually, from our organization scheme, we organized this training program for women, especially. Um, like single mothers
Hmm.
who are struggling as well, and who needed money as well, who needed to learn a skill. And what we did was we actually partnered with a woman, with a businesswoman from Morocco, and then we conducted a training program in that island, and we taught the women how to make soaps, candles, and things like that, using the materials that are accessible in the island. And of course, some of the materials had to be imported. But after learning that, they were also taught how to turn their business into, how to turn that skill into a business.
Hmm.
And now, today we see that two of the women from there, they have joined together, they have formed their own business, and they have started to earn money. They have created a brand actually. And then I saw that they also took part in an expo recently, and they sent me some of the pictures from the expo, some of their products. Like they have organic oil, they coconut oil. They also have soap. They have candles. So they are doing this on their own, and now they are working to sell it and market it through Authentic Maldives, which is of course a shop which through which it's actually under the Business Center Corporation, where they market the local products. So that is again another step that they are taking. So another example is about a fashion and sewing business. This is actually a woman owned business that I am currently mentoring as well. I'm mentoring her as well at the moment. So she is based in Kurudufushi, and what she started was she also learned this skill. She said that since she was 10 years old, she remembered that she was doing this. But as a business, she started recently. As a business, she started the work only about 6 years back. And now she has expanded her business to an extent where she is getting orders from across Maldives. Like she gets the orders, and now she is specializing only in embroidery because her market has grown so much, and now she is able to do this. And she is definitely financially independent. I have seen successful women home based businesses who have actually, without the help from anyone else, through the income that they are earning from the business itself, they have built their own house. They have actually taught their kids, like they have sent their kids abroad for studies. This, we are talking about a lot of money here. So which means that if you are dedicated, if you are committed enough, if you have that guidance, you can do it, right?
Brilliant. Brilliant. You said help. Now, what kind of help? You said without any help. How about their ecosystem, their family, the society around them? What kind of challenges do they face with personal and family responsibilities? Is the ecosystem supportive of them, Aminat?
There are challenges, I would say. In Maldives, we see a lot of societal challenges.
Mhm.
When One thing that we see is, to be frank, when women started to earn this way, even from within the family, they start to face those challenges as well.
Hmm.
Um, it's also because of the culture that we have. Sometimes it's even now also it is changing a bit, but even now also there are a lot of people who do believe that women should sit at home, and they should not really be focusing on a business. Like even if they do something, even if they are earning, it should be spent on the household. That's what they are supposed to do. So there are societal challenges that we see for sure. But at the same time, we see the other side as well. We
Mhm.
see
Yes.
the family, the kids, the
Yeah.
their husbands being really supportive, helping them out, even
Mhm.
if it is just, let's say, uh, a sewing business, a cooking business, or whatever it is. We see the husbands taking an active role in helping the women as well. And then there are economical challenges. Like, for instance, getting access to finance is
Mm.
still one of the biggest challenges that women face here in Maldives.
Mm.
If you don't have a registered business, if you don't have your own, some of the women don't even have their own personal account as well, which is something we need to change. So,
Yes.
because if you want to get a loan from a bank, you need to have some kind of transactions with the bank as well. You need to have some proof of money, right? So that is also not there with a lot of women. And then when it comes to facilities like finance facilities, for instance, loan opportunities, there are few.
Mm.
If you don't have with the commercial banks that we have, if you don't have an account with them or in any other bank, it becomes a huge challenge for you. Most probably you won't be getting a loan, and at the same time the interest rates are quite high. You need to have mortgage, and
Yes.
majority of the women, they don't own property here. So
Mm.
that's again another challenge. Where do you get that? And
Right.
some of the women, they don't have any kind of an asset. I mean, not even like the most common thing here as an asset would be a motorbike that you have.
Hmm.
But there are so many women who don't even have that.
Hmm.
Just uh, uh, that is the most common. So that is also not there with some of the women. So there are challenges with that as well. And of course, another challenge I would like to highlight here is access into the market. Like, where the market is, they don't know. How to market, they don't know. So the literacy part is also very important. Through my trainings that I have conducted so far, I have noticed that more than, I would say, 90% of the participants of those trainings, they don't understand why they should register their business if they are doing something,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
how easy it is to register a business in Maldives. That easiness is there for sure. So there are challenges, at the same time there are supporting factors as well when doing a business here in Maldives.
That's very interesting what you say that a two wheeler is an important asset, an important resource, and most women don't have a two-wheeler. That's very important for them to get around in Maldives.
Yes, yes, that's very, very, very important.
Hmm. Okay. Now, how many Aminats are there? Aminat, they are obviously a lot of women in Maldives and elsewhere in the world, all over, who perhaps lack the confidence, they lack the resources, as you just mentioned. How do they find someone like you, and what advice would you give them?
Yeah. Um, so I would say that there are organizations that you could approach. Like, for instance, you could approach our organization scheme, which is SCAEAM scheme. And also there is an organization called VM. Then there is Association for Lady Entrepreneurs is there. Women in Management is there. So there are some organizations who are working towards this. Even in some of the islands, like in Lamatol, there is Women Enhancement, which is also run by, um, uh, which was actually started by an individual, I would say, who was as passionate as I am to empower women as well. And then I would say one of the things that women need to know is, like, there are women WDCs, or women's development committees in the islands, who in most of the islands are also supportive of this, and they also have contacts of organizations, of individuals who are doing similar work as I am doing. So I would say that you need to connect with them. You need to connect with them. You need to find those opportunities. And most another thing is, there are Viber communities, which is something very common here in Maldives. Viber communities for women, and also for the businesses in the islands as well, for the home-based businesses or and other businesses as well. So find those Viber communities in your island or wherever you are, and join them as well. Join them, learn what they are doing, and if you see an opportunity, don't wait. This is the most important tip I could give, I would say. Don't wait. As soon as you see the opportunity, just go and grab it. Because if you wait, you are going to miss it. So it's, and also another thing is, it's never too late to start.
Very
It's
important. Hmm.
never is. Yes, it never
Yes.
is. So don't think that you have missed your opportunity. Wherever you are in life, you can always start. That's something that I have learned. And when
Hmm.
you fail, you can start again. Just get up, just dust off, and start again. Right?
Do you find this resistance with women, this attitude or this thought that it's too late, or and I, think things are too far gone? Is it a common kind of thought, something common that stops them?
Yes, it is. It is actually very common.
Hmm.
Like for instance, at the moment, I'm also working at the Maldives National University. I'm heading one of the campuses. So here, when we approach through the course promotional events and other events that we have, even if we try to find the students also for the courses, especially from women, one common thing we hear is, it's too late for me.
Ah.
How am I going to do it now? I mean, I have kids, I have a home, I have my family, and what is the community going to say if I start? So
Wow.
that needs to change, and
Hmm.
we need to create communities which are more supportive. There are, and I must tell you that things are changing here in Maldives for the better. But still, in some island communities, which unfortunately we see are being a bit neglected.
Hmm.
We having, of course, almost 200 islands and managing everything within those islands is not an easy thing, even for a government also to do. But
Hmm.
still, there has to be, we need to create more people, I would say, like us, who
Hmm.
would be there to support, handhold these women. So the mindset, of course, is very common, but I do believe that that can be changed, and I have seen that change as well. You just need to be patient with uh, the people, the women who say that, especially the women, I would say, who say that it is too late for them. You just need
Hmm.
to give them a little bit of confidence. You just need to give a little bit of a push, and make them believe in themselves and
Yes.
understand that they can do it, and
Yes.
they will do amazing things. And I have firsthand seen this happen as well with a lot of women.
Aminat, when you speak, you're speaking with so much conviction, and the way you're putting your thoughts across is very, very clear that you have put in a lot of work in this field, and you're coming from a place of experience and knowledge and a keen awareness and a desire to help, which is really very inspiring, Aminat. So thank you very much for doing this, and. I'm just going to flash this, but I'm going to take it off again. See what somebody is saying here. Tell us about Afif. But I'm going to, but I'm going to
Does she
no,
have?
no, 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 no. I'm going to insist that we only talk about you today. We talk about you. You're doing some fantastic. Yeah, yeah. So you're doing some fantastic. Let's go back to our conversation. Okay. Now, how does home-based business contribute to, obviously it does more than just work for the family, right? It has larger ramifications, so it's contributing in other ways to the larger economy and to community development. What's your experience been there?
Yeah. So one thing, like you said, one of the most important things is when women or when home-based businesses are succeeding,
Mm.
they are contributing to the household income as well. But at the same time, it also encourages entrepreneurship within the community as well.
Yes.
When others see, or when even within the family or within the circle that they are in, when others see that, they also get that kind of confidence. Okay, if she can do it, why not me?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
it does encourage entrepreneurship. And like I said in the beginning of my conversation, that there are fewer opportunities, which means that there is unemployment, right? So it
Right.
reduces unemployment as well. Entrepreneurship or businesses is one of the best ways to reduce unemployment within a community as well. And for example, a woman who is selling home food, homemade food, they can actually expand into other things like catering, or they
Mm.
can hire local women to help as well, which
Yes.
gives that boost to local employment as well. And then if we take a look at the economic growth of our nation, or in an atoll or an island, we can see that the work that the home-based businesses are doing, it is contributing to such a high extent. um, uh, this Whatever that they are doing, they are not just doing it for their family, they are also helping to roll that money within the
Mm.
economy, within their island as well. And
Absolutely.
another thing is, it helps to diversify the markets as well. When we see more businesses or more industries coming into place, like for instance, recently, just last week, here in Koludufushi, they actually, the council took the initiative to run a program for the community here. I think about 15 participants were there in that program, to where they were taught, the participants were taught how to run a fish processing business. And majority of them, again, I would like to highlight, were women.
Mm.
Because when it comes to fish processing,
Processing.
it's,
Mm.
again, most of the people think it has to be women owned. So that
Mm.
is that thinking is also there, but it's a good thing, because I talked to one of the participants who is again in my mentorship program at the moment. I talked to her that yesterday itself, and she told me that now she is interested in starting a business in that area as well, because she is able to get that fish easily,
Mm.
since her son-in-law is a fisherman. So it, you see the connection here.
Mm.
Now that
Right.
diversification is coming into place when things like this happen. So it does help to diversify the markets, bring in more industries as well into the economy. And the third thing I would like to highlight here is about the social impact it's going to bring. It's
Right.
going to empower more women and also marginalized groups as well. It's not just the women in itself. Home-based businesses does give women the financial independence, and also it improves on gender equality aspect as well. And it encourages sustainable practices within the local businesses as well. And it is a way to promote sustainability and contribute at large to achieving the sustainable development goals as well.
Yes. I mean, two things. Just before we'll just go back a little. We spoke about where women can find people like you, and you mentioned you had a couple of ideas. So after we are done with this conversation, I'd request you to share that in the comments sections because I was trying to type something and that wasn't going through. So under this, we could do that. And second is you just spoke about mentorship. Where do women find mentors for their businesses and how crucial, how important is it? Because I don't think it's important just for starting a business, also scaling it up. What inspires them? What keeps them going? What gives them the confidence to scale it? Yes.
Yeah. When it comes to mentorship, mentoring in itself is something which is not that common in Maldives, but it's again an industry, or it's again something that is booming here. When it comes to mentorship, most of the time what we see is training programs being run, and after the training programs, maybe few mentoring opportunities are being given. Like my project that I'm running right now on women's economic empowerment called Vonayaru project, under which I'm first of all, the first step of the program is to empower through business literacy programs. So the participants, the whoever is joining the program at a time, they will be completing a 3-day business literacy program. After that, I give them an opportunity to join the mentorship program. So the mentorship program runs for 3 to 4 months, depending on the availability of the mentees as well. Through the mentorship program, we focus on one of things or one or two goals that the participants wants to achieve, and then during those 3 months we work on that and we help them to achieve those goals as well. So uh, after the mentorship, again there will be master classes as well that are run to help them. So it is something which is not that common, I would say. But then again, the organizations or the associations that I have mentioned earlier, they have programs whereby they help women entrepreneurs as well. So I believe later on when I post those, I could share some links. I could share the organizations which are helping women home-based businesses or women entrepreneurs in general here in Maldives. And about the importance of mentorship, it's an opportunity where the mentee gets to learn from their mentors as well, and where they get to share their vision, where they get to seek that
Mm.
help from someone who has that knowledge, someone who has that experience. And when you have a conversation with someone like that, it does amazing things,
Yes.
like getting a platform like this with Nirja. You see, I grabbed the opportunity, like I grabbed the opportunity to attend the speaker summit, and look where I am right now. I mean, I wouldn't have, if maybe if I didn't attend that, I would not have gotten this opportunity. And through our like the opportunity of mentorship that I had with Nirja, I got this opportunity. So mentoring does amazing things for you, and it's something I would like to encourage, even for like those who are just conducting the training programs or just creating awareness. I would say that you need to take that one more step to
Mm.
help someone else, to mentor someone else to be like you.
Mm. Thank you. We all feed off each other's enthusiasm, each other's drive. We have Chantal here, and she's doing some really amazing work, going where no woman has gone before. Very few have gone. All of us are in our own ways inspiring each other, Aminat. And yet you talked about mentorship, very crucial, but Do you, in your experience, have you found governments and policymakers able to support home-based women entrepreneurs, or do you feel more needs to be done, and in which particular aspect?
I believe that there is more that could be done. We do have like Business Center Corporation is there, SMA Development Finance Corporation is there, which are government organizations, of course, who are there to help the small businesses, which also includes, of course, the home-based businesses as well. Through Business Center Corporation, you can get the assistance, or you can get the business support, for instance, get training opportunities, and also get the opportunity to get the consultation, free consultation for your business. Um, uh, but then again, who knows about this? So
Hmm.
that awareness is lacking. Who knows that you can actually approach a business center and you can get that information?
Hmm.
That needs to improve. Then another thing I would say is that right now what we have is we are given like through SME Development Finance Corporation or SDFC, there are financing opportunities available for SMEs, but after they
Hmm.
get a loan, what's happening to them? Is
Yes.
there any kind of this, that mentorship, that hand holding is lacking again. So
Hmm.
there has to be, we need to have more incubators, we need to have accelerator programs for businesses. These things need to improve. Just giving out a loan or giving out a grant, that is not going to be enough.
Hmm.
Someone has to be there, because if you are a startup, most probably you don't know what you are doing, you don't know what to do next. So someone has to be there to guide them as well.
Hmm.
That is something that, of course, at government level, which needs to improve. Uh, like I said, there are few organizations that are doing this, but these are most probably non-profits.
Hmm.
And if we take a look at consultancy firms, and if we take a look at Maldives, there are
We have lost Aminath, and we are going to just give it a few minutes and see if Aminath is able to join us back. Meanwhile, I have some of you, Andrea. You are forgiven. You said you are late. And so is Rebecca. That's perfectly fine. You can go back and check this out. This was and is continuing an amazing conversation with Aminat Ali, whose main area focus of interest is assisting, supporting home based businesses, the untapped potential for women entrepreneurships. And Aminath had lots of information, links, and she is going to be sharing some of those links in the comment section of uh, this event after we finish. And I am just going to request you to give me a moment to check with Aminat if she's able to join back. Let me see. Okay, it looks like she's here. I met Aminat in Maldives recently. Hello, Aminat. Are you able to join us?
yes, yes.
Okay. So, e- even if you want to keep your video off, if there's some issue there, you could just speak to us, Amina.
Yes,
Hi, welcome back.
I had a bit of a connection issue.
No problems, no problems, Aminat. And you were talking about how it's important for somebody to handhold women entrepreneurs to keep track of them. And I had a thought while you were saying all this that in your experience, do all these businesses take off? Is there a percentage of success, percentage of failure? And what happens to women entrepreneurs who face those extreme challenges where the business just fails to take off? Does it happen?
Of course, it happens because it's uh, like success is something that we cannot guarantee, especially
Yes,
when it comes to business. But
yes,
failure is something that most probably is something you are going to face at one point or the other in a business. It
true.
is more common than successes. So, of course, we do see that as well. But when that happens, we help them to identify why that happened.
Mm,
Going into the root cause is very, very important. From my experience, I can say that a lot of times when a small business, especially when they say that they are looking to get funding, they
mm,
want to take a loan. If it is in cases of the existing businesses, that might not be the root cause, or that might not solve their problem. So
mm.
going into the root cause, it could be because they don't have enough market. It could be because of the product or the service that they are selling. So
Yes.
going into that root cause and identifying that is very important to address the failures, the business failures. So that's something that I always tell my clients, my mentees. Let's just go into the root cause. Why is this happening? Why ask that question, right? Why is
Yes.
the most important question you could ask in a business. So looking into like what percentage it is, unfortunately, that data that we need to address these is lacking here in Maldives.
Mm, mm,
There are no such reports on businesses which shows that there are this much of businesses which have started, this much have failed, or things like that.
mm.
In 2018 and 2019, I had the opportunity to travel to some of the islands and collect some of the data, which was not officially published per se,
Mm.
but one thing I realized was that in the three atolls that I did the survey, economic profiling survey, about so I'm talking about a sample of 490 plus
Okay.
small businesses, yeah, which again includes registered and unregistered businesses as well. About if I remember correctly, from the women, more than 90% they are in the unregistered category,
That's
meaning
good.
they don't have
Mm,
a registered business, but they are doing their businesses at home. And from them, they they've said that most of them, like majority, about 95%, the biggest challenge that they face is getting access to market, not finance. Getting
mm,
access to market is the biggest challenge. So that needs to be addressed. And when we take a look at another aspect, for instance, about the failures, like how many years, within how many years has a business failed or things like that, we've seen that majority of the businesses, almost 60% of the businesses have failed within just a year,
oh,
which
okay.
is a huge thing, right? Uh,
Mm,
and there are reasons for that as well. They lack that literacy. They don't know how to do a business.
mhm.
They don't have that market access. They
Right,
don't probably have the resources that they need. They lack that guidance that they need as well.
right.
So the sustain, if and only about just about 5% businesses
Mhm.
are being sustained.
Sustained.
So
Oh,
that's a huge thing. I mean, when I talk about sustainability, I'm also talking about like how many years.
mm,
So in terms of years, those businesses that are running beyond 10 years is that 5%. Those businesses that are running like within 5 to 10 years, that is almost about 10%, if I remember correctly. So it's that number is actually very low even for that sample itself. So that's something that we really need to take a look into. And I do believe that in Maldives, we need to take this very seriously. We need to collect that data. We need to do that research. And based on the data that we collect, we need to make decisions. Even
Yes,
at council levels, at government level, at policy level, without data, if we are just doing something for the sake of helping businesses, I don't believe that it's going to help us.
it's going to help. All right. But in that case, there may be some communities, some online, offline communities of women entrepreneurs that people can access. Is there anything like that? Any support, any guidance system for women entrepreneurs?
We don't have an official
Mm.
like a support system. In some islands, they have formed these online communities in Viber, where they invite all the home-based businesses or women entrepreneurs, even aspiring entrepreneurs, to join the communities, and they sometimes even get together as well. In some island communities, I have seen that, but there are no formal communities which can help each other as well. So
Mm.
that's something that I'm also trying to create in the communities, where women can support each other, whether it's online or offline.
Right.
Yeah.
Because this is challenging field, right, for anybody, and to enter and then to succeed, to keep driving, to keep going. All this, and before we go, any any advice, any message for any aspiring woman entrepreneur? What can they take away from the conversation today?
Yeah. So I would say, first of all, start where you are.
Mm.
Use what you have and believe in yourself. Your journey is yours to shape. No one else can do it for you. It's yours alone. And another thing is, you don't need to be perfect to
Ah,
start. You don't
right.
need to have a perfect idea. You don't need to have all the resources. So begin with whatever you have, begin with the idea you have, and improve along the way. And for those who say that they can't do it, it's too late for them, I would just like to say confidence grows with action. So take action, take the small step.
Absolutely.
Just even if it is just talking about your business idea, talking about what you are doing with someone else, that is also fine.
Mm.
That's the first step. Take small steps, learn from them, and keep pushing forward. And another thing is, this is the fourth thing,
Yes.
surround yourself with the right people. That is
Mm.
very important. They are going to take you a long way, whether it be mentors, whether it be the network that you have, or the community that you have. It can make all the difference. So
Lovely.
remember that your dreams are valid and your voice matters, and success is possible. So keep
Lovely.
moving forward. And with that, I would like to thank Miss Nirja and everyone who joined as well. Thank you.
Thank you. That was so inspiring. Your dreams are valid. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Thank you very much, Aminath. And we wish you at iNews, we wish you continued engagement with women entrepreneurs and continued success with them. Thank you very much for joining us. And we'll catch up with you again. And we look forward to the information that you're going to share on this post on LinkedIn. Thank you so very much, Aminath. Thank you.
Thank you.
With that, everyone, we come to the end of this in the series of Chic Chats, and we are going to leave you with another round of our favorite. Yes. Thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing you the next time we meet. I'm Nirja Singh, representing the iNews International Networking event for women speakers. You can get in touch with us on LinkedIn. Bye bye.